The Mercalli Intensity Scale by Emily Wesel. The Mercalli Scale rates the total damage caused by an earthquake. Eyewitness accounts help to determine which rating. The Mercalli Scale ranges from 1 to 12, with 1 being the weakest and 12 being the strongest. The Mercalli Scale was developed later than the Richter scale, and it was designed to be more precise than the Richter scale, which has levels 1 to 9. They are similar up until level 5, but the Mercalli Scale can measure larger earthquakes more precisely. The Richter scale measures earthquakes by the size of the seismic waves on the seismograph. Giuseppe Mercalli, an Italian volcanologist, invented the Mercalli scale. He was born on May 21, 1850, in the Italian city of Milan. He worked as a teacher in Monza and Milan. The Mercalli scale was made available officially for use in 1902 after review and modification. The Mercalli scale rates the severity of an earthquake based on the eyewitness accounts of the earthquake severity. It was modified by Harry Wood and Frank Newman in 1931 and by Charles Richter in 1956. Here are definitions of the levels of the Mercalli scale. Level 1. Hardly ever felt, except by a very few under especially favorable conditions. This would be a 1 to 2 on the Richter scale. Level 2. Felt only by a few people at rest, especially on the upper floors of buildings. This is a 2 to 3 on the Richter scale. Level 3. Felt quite noticeably by people indoors, especially on the upper floors of buildings. Many people do not recognize it as an earthquake. The vibrations are similar to those of the passing of a truck. This would be a 3 to 4 on the Richter scale. Level 4. Felt indoors by many, felt outdoors by a few during the day. At night, some people are awakened. Dishes, windows, and doors are disturbed. Walls make the cracking sound. The sensation is like a heavy truck striking a building. Standing cars are rocked noticeably. It's a 4 on the Richter scale. Level 5. Felt by nearly everyone, and many people are awakened. Some dishes and windows are broken. Unstable objects are overturned. Pendulum clocks may stop. There is not a massive amount of damage, but people know that it is an earthquake. This is a 4 to a 5 on the Richter scale. Level 6. Felt by all, and many are frightened. Some heavy furniture is moved, and a few instances of fallen plaster. The damage is slight. This would be a 6 on the Richter scale. Level 7. Damage negligible in buildings of good design and construction, slight to moderate in well-built ordinary structures, and considerable damage in poorly built or badly designed structures, and some chimneys are broken. This is a 6 to 7 on the Richter scale. Level 8. Damage slight in specially designed constructions. Considerable damage in ordinary substantial buildings with partial collapse. The damage is great in poorly built structures. Chimneys, factories, stacks, columns, and monuments fall. Heavy furniture is overturned. This would be a 7 on the Richter scale. Level 9. Damage considerable even in specially designed constructions, and well-designed frame structures are thrown out of buildings. The damage is great in substantial buildings with partial collapse. Buildings are shifted off foundations. This is a 7 to 8 on the Richter scale. Level 10. Some well-built wooden structures are destroyed. Most masonry and frame structures are destroyed with foundations. Rails are bent. This would be a 7 to 8 on the Richter scale. Level 11. Few, if any, structures remain standing. Bridges are destroyed. Rails are bent greatly. This would be an 8 on the Richter scale. Level 12. Damage total. Lines of sight and level are disoriented. Some objects are thrown into the air. This would be an 8 or higher on the Richter scale.